How we doing, old people? Another week? Like what, 5 days out from conference for most of us, if you haven't competed it already. So I don't know about you. My blood pressure's up, my angst is up, my butt already is sore from riding on the bus. Like, we're just ready. It's just like gotta get through it. You're puckering your lips like you're about to say something already, Clyde. Like, like you already fix your lips to say
Listen,
something.
listen, listen. It's conference week. Shenanigans are afoot. I'm here for it. I just I just want explanations.
Oh goodness. Yes. Well, in my not true form, because I'm a yeller, but I'm not this big of a yeller. But I yelled at practice today. I was like, "It's conference week,"
Hmm.
and they're like, "Oh God, yes, we just gotta get
There you
there.
go.
Gotta get there." Anyhow, so I'll start with you since we already opened the conversation. How are you today? How was your day today?
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
Listen, I'm just trying to make it to tomorrow so we can get on this plane. I am not I'm not the pre-packer or any of that. I got laundry to do. I got all kind of stuff going on. So, it's the day before we get on the plane. So I'm just organizing chaos and ending my office day with you fine people.
Are you going to Albuquerque? Is that where your guys' conference is?
No, ma'am, we are on our way to Reno.
Again.
Back
Got
to
it.
Reno.
Got it. Got it. All right. Governor, how are you?
Um, Same here. Just watching and learning. It's the humanity week,
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
What, why can we try this drill? I think this drill could really help me. Oh, okay. All right. We're just gonna flip the script the
All
week
right
of.
then.
Okay. All right. But
What
no,
if we all, what if all as coaches we agreed to not post technical content the week of conference?
I mean, I got a better one for you. Can you imagine if we posted the stuff our kids say to us?
Ooh, let's just do that anyways.
I'm
I
here for
mean,
that.
yeah.
Well, I was gonna
um,
post today. Today is the first day in 10 days that I haven't locked my keys in the shed.
Okay.
That was very
we
postable.
we we have a very famous Division II superstar here. When I worked at Division II, I used to keep a whiteboard in the office of the quote of the day from the children.
Uh-huh. Yep.
You can't do that kind of stuff no more. You get fired for that. But it used to be epic.
Yes.
Just saying.
Fired upon them.
That's pretty good. That was pretty good.
I had to say it fast enough so you couldn't hear it, but it was sounded close enough to it. I almost
Oh,
forgot what to say. How are you?
I am great. You know what? I'm not a college coach anymore, but I always love the conference meet week, and I would say things to the kids on the team like, "I just want y'all to know this is conversation week," and the kids all look at me crazy like, "Conversation week? What are you talking about?" I was like, "Yeah, this is going to decide whether we have a conversation at the end of the season or not.
Oh boy.
Either you're going to
Oh
come in my
boy.
office and you're going to want to converse, or you're going to come in my office and I'm going to want to converse. So this is your opportunity to control that narrative. You do what you're
Oh
There
supposed
you
to
go.
do with the conference meet. We could probably have a conversation about, funds and places you want to go and more shoes and all those other wonderful things. You don't show up at the conference meet. You don't want this conversation because I'm gonna tell you all about yourself. Because at the end of the
boy.
day, the conference meet is reality, right? For the 1% on every team, like the top 5% really on every team, the conference meet is a formality, a thing we have to go through to truly show our wares at the national meet. For the other 95%, this is where you are graded,
That's true. That's true.
right? Look, all the kids on the team think that they're all being trained the same way. But here's the truth. 5% of your team is being trained through the conference meet to deliver at the national meet. The other 95% is being trained to deliver at the conference meet and hang on if they make the national meet. That's the truth. There's a 2 week difference in window of expectation for the kids on the team. They don't really know that, and that's fine. The ones who've been to the national meet, they know, right? And they're not stupid enough to tell the kids like, man, y'all about to be done. But But at the end of the day, like, it's the truth, right? Because after the conference meet, there's a group that continues to peak or whatever the words you used, and they're going to go to nationals. The other group gets a couple days off, and then they go right back in the hole doing things they don't like: multiple threes, multiple twos, multiple fours, right? Because we got to get you ready for outdoor. Just
Right.
saying.
Well, the driver of the bus of the 5% is on the screen too. So we're gonna go ahead and move over the core district
100%.
appraisal, Mr. Cordell Tinch. So, I mean, you might know what he's talking about just a little bit. Maybe not. You just got on the bus and just got rode.
Nah, his coaches call him 30 piece. Because at the conference meet, he was like a 50 piece. And at the national meet, he was like a 30 piece. They're like, I think we can win. I think we can get to 40. We got Cordell and the rest
Yeah.
of the team.
That's right.
Right? I mean, listen, I know that's how I would have thought.
I definitely do think that's how Kyle thought, especially at outdoor with how many people were hurt. And he came to me and because he gets super, super nervous around conference and around nationals. And around conference, he gave the whole, we're going to be fine. You're just kind of going to rest and we're just going to have you hurdle. And he's like, we're just going to have you hurdle and long jump. And then Jesse was like, no, but we haven't high jumped since this week. And now he's got a high jump. And he goes, okay, you're not resting. And
Oh God.
it was really like you could tell because we had a bunch of injuries in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle didn't want to say, I need you to go do what you do. But it was just, hey, how you feeling? Every 10 minutes.
I
I'm like,
love
okay.
it.
I'm like, you're so
Oh.
nervous. Like, get away from me. Throw me off.
Well, what's crazy, you just said the date. It feels like so long ago that you were at Pitt State,
Mm-hmm.
but it's been 3 years.
3 years.
I know.
But it feels like it was a long time ago though, when we saw you erupt. And that's pretty
Absolutely.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Tell us
I mean-
about your beginnings. Where did this love for track come from?
So one, I think just having a competitive thing where you aren't waiting on someone else essentially. Of if you're playing basketball, I can play great defense for 23 seconds. If somebody give up a backdoor, now we gave up points and I feel like I did nothing. Or if I'm playing football, you could run a perfect route, but the left tackle don't block, so now your quarterback's running, he's running away from you, he can't see you. So it was just like everything's on me, and I prefer that type of pressure. All throughout high school, AAU told me that basketball ain't for you. My mom and I were just talking about this last week. There was a practice I came home from, and I used to play with Tyrese Halliburton. And a bunch of people were finding this out. Like, wait, what? Yes,
Oh
that's my home.
man.
So, we used to play on the same AAU team, and we always had like 2-hour practices, and then basically had like an hour of conditioning. And after the conditioning, 9 of us are laid out on the ground, very tired. There's 4 people that are up, still putting up shots, still doing a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm like, okay, I went home that night and I said, yeah, Mom, I like playing basketball. They love the game. Like, there's a difference. And I understood that. It took me until I got to Minnesota to realize that I didn't love football as much as I thought I did. Because my roommate was Rashad Bateman. We
Wow.
both played wide receiver. So therefore, he's doing all this extra stuff. I'm like, I just got to college. I'm gonna go party. I'm finna go hang out with my boys. And he's like, oh, well, I'm finna do this. Finna go back to the gym. I'm like, dog, we had morning practice, morning weights, and afternoon specialist practice, and then had to do some other type of lift. It's 7 o'clock. I'm either going to bed or I'm going out. And you talking about you finna go back to the gym. He was the reason why I knew I don't like football as much as I thought I did. So being around those two changes a lot, but yeah, definitely just love the competition aspect of track and field and knowing I don't got to worry about what nobody else does because it can't affect what I do.
So when did you start like being serious about it?
So I was
Last
when I
week.
transferred to KU, my freshman year, I was serious, but it was just tough because I was doing football and track at Minnesota. So it wasn't just a normal fall conditioning for track and field. And when your coach wants you to run 4x4s, high jump,
Oh,
long jump, and hurdle, things like that, you burn out pretty quick. So like it was like I was serious about it, but it was just tough on the body, not having all of that behind me. And we started to figure it out outdoor. And then when I finally had like all the love for it, and I got told, oh, well, yeah, your first semester that you had at Minnesota was really bad, and we need you to fix it over the summer. And then I did that. And then we got to fall, and I got told, oh, yeah, you're not going to be eligible this year, even though I did everything I was supposed to. The
wow.
checklist that was given by my academic advisor, I checked everything off, and then she said she did it wrong. So then I was like, well,
Wow.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, a lot of people think that for whatever reason, I've heard all types of stories of Cordell couldn't handle being at KU, Cordell got kicked off the team, this and that. No, the KU coaches still love me. It was literally just an academic advisor made a mistake, and she made a mistake not only with me, but with multiple people where people didn't graduate. They were supposed to graduate that first semester, and they had to wait till they had to do an extra semester to graduate because she was messing things up. So that just kind of being in school and not competing, for me, that wasn't going to work. I need to have a reason to go to class. I need to have a reason to do like all these things because if I'm not going to compete, if I wasn't going to be an athlete, I was never going to go to college. That's just what it came down to. So it was really, really tough for that. And then so leaving and taking my 3 year break, I missed competing, but I didn't miss school, and I was completely over it until the boys put out the bat signal and everybody said, yeah, we're all going to Pitt. You might as well pull up. And I'm like, yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there. Thinking it was all
So,
going to
so you
go.
hadn't used any eligibility at this point.
So I competed that freshman indoor and outdoor my freshman year of 2019. Yes.
Okay.
Then I didn't compete again, or then I competed unattached that next year because they were like, well, we have to wait to make sure
Right,
this,
right.
all of this stuff. And then we got them telling us, oh yeah, you're not gonna, because I actually found out I don't remember how far KU is from Wichita, but it's a multiple hour bus ride.
Mm-hmm.
I got on that bus because I was told, oh yeah, by the time you guys get there, you'll be eligible. It'll be all signed off.
Oh man,
Rode on the bus to find out, yeah,
not gonna
it's
happen.
not gonna happen this season.
Yeah.
And then, everything closes down because of COVID. So then I had an excuse to go home and not come back. But yeah, the boys
Literally.
put the bat signal out and said, come to Pitt. And I really thought it was going to fall through. So I didn't plan on it at all. And then I got a group FaceTime of 6 dudes and I'm
Mm-hmm.
sitting at work. And they're like, why are you still working? I was like, what do you mean? And they're like, we're I'm seeing plane tickets. I'm seeing all this stuff of like them actually coming to Pitt. Like I'm just finishing packing. I'm like, oh, y'all are serious. Damn, damn. So then I was like, well, all right. Talk to my mom, and she was like, you might as well give it one more shot. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, you can come back home. I
This
told my
is
job,
crazy.
yeah, I told them, I said, I'm quitting for now, but if I reapply, can I get my job back? And they were like, yeah, of course. Because
Oh man.
I was fantastic for the company of US Cellular. They need to pay my bills now. They need to pay my phone bill now. I
Hey,
can't be paying that no
that's
more.
that's a plug right there. U.S. Cellular, come on now,
Exactly.
take care of your
see,
boy.
see, Governor, this is back when we all had rules to follow.
Right,
See,
exactly.
this is how these things happen.
Yep.
Listen,
Yep.
I'm convinced at this point in time, whatever you feel like doing, you can find someone that will make it work for you.
Absolutely. Yes.
Like you can get drafted in the NBA, get assigned to a G League team, play in the G League for a year, that not go good, go to Australia, hoop in another professional league for a whole year, and then come back and you just against college kids, just what you got now, youngin?
Yeah.
And getting paid to do that.
Yes.
Right. So yeah. So there is really no question that, we the young man on the screen,
Man.
he could be back in college doing God knows what.
So when you got to Pitt State, you were 20 what?
I was 22.
22. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
22.
Oh, so you're right on
I
time.
was gonna say
You're
a
right
Well,
on
mere
time.
child, a
yeah,
mere child in today's landscape.
yes,
Exactly.
yes, because I'm young for like graduating high school in 2018. Like when I was at Minnesota, I was 17 because I got there in June.
Mm.
I didn't turn 18 till July.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, I'm young in a sense, but folks are like, "You've been in school since," and I'm like, "Damn,
Yeah.
I haven't actually been here, man."
You're like, let me live.
Yeah,
I'm not on my ninth year.
exactly. I was like,
Not.
I'm on the right schedule. I got friends
Right,
that are still in college. They ain't graduate yet. I'm good.
right.
So
Man.
Mr. Tinch, as a person whose careers basically started in Division II myself, coaching career though, that is, I mean, you exploded onto the scene in Division II. Division II is ultimately the foundation for everything that you're doing now. How do you feel? Like, is that a sense of pride for you? I know the Pittsburgh State thing is a big deal.
It's more of, I think I'm a like people person, and it was more of the fact that so Minnesota State had earlier, before my boys had reached out about Pitt, Minnesota State reached out first. And
Hmm.
Minnesota State said, "Hey, we have a 3-year rule. We don't know what your transcripts look like from before, but we know if you haven't been competing for 3 years, you can come and you're automatically eligible within D2."
Mm-hmm.
And they reached out and said that, and I gave them the same answer I gave my boys. I'll think about it. Wasn't really thinking about it. But it was more of the way Kyle and Jesse like were willing to take their time. Kyle, when I first got here, all my boys are saying Cordell's one of the most talented athletes I've ever seen. He might be the best hurdler I've ever seen, might be one of the best jumpers I've ever seen, like with my own eyes. They're saying all this, mind you, I've not seen a track since 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So practice looks horrible. It genuinely looks bad. Like if I wish I could get the videos of when I first was practicing when I got here, and Kyle was looking like these dudes just brought me an 8'4" indoor hurdler.
What are we
Ah,
doing?
I
Like
got.
like it's the way it looked. Like it looked bad. Because like I think our fastest hurdler at the time was I think he had just set the school record at like 779 or 778.
Mm-hmm.
And like he was frying me in practice. Like actually, like it was bad. And then like me being competitive, I'm like, this is not me. Like, what's going on? But Kyle's patience with all that, and Jesse also being almost like a big brother in a sense of letting me know, like, one, you haven't done this in a while, you got to get your groove back, but always checking out me as a person, knowing that I left the sport because one of all that stuff happened and I was just in a bad mental space. So like them being more than just my coaches made me want to continue to be here as long as things are working and it's not hurting my pocket staying here. There's no reason for me to leave just based off that because of being comfortable around, the people that gave me the chance to come back.
It's great.
So you're saying relationships matter.
Yes,
Hmm,
to me, absolutely.
In this
crazy,
transactional world, it
crazy.
still it still matters that your coach gives a rip about you, huh?
Yes,
And is willing to take their time, huh?
yes.
Hmm.
Very interesting. Hmm. So tell us when that eureka moment, because it's like, when did things kick into, okay, Cordell Tinch struggling against a 770 teammate to, aha, here I am, folks. When did that moment, was there a track meet? Was there a series of meets, or was there a period of time where you just said, hey, folks, don't call it a comeback?
So there's two. There's two. There's the one that just got me back into the mindset of I miss track and field a lot was the first track meet because I told Kyle, I said, look, I know practices. I literally told him because I found out last year that he thought I was running 8 8:04 at the fastest at the first meet. Him and Jesse sat and talked, and he said, "What do you think Cordell's gonna run?" Kyle said 8:04 at the
Like
fastest.
I'll be happy with the 8-0. I'm good if it gets the 8-0.
That was where Kyle was. And I told him I didn't even know that they had that conversation, but I said, I honestly think when I get to the track meet, being in the environment, a runway over there, a high jump mat or whatever over here, pole vault throws going on, being back in that environment and hearing guns going off to start races, like that's what I need. And so at our first indoor track meet once I got cleared by the NCAA and was all ready to finally run, we were at Washburn, gun went off, set the school record. I'm pretty sure it was like, I think I ran 760 in that.
That's hilarious.
So happy to see that. Plus, I'm pretty sure I long jumped like 790 in that same meet. And I was like, okay, we're kind of back.
Wow.
Then the second one because that just got me back into like the track mindset. But when I thought I could be who I am now was we were at Texas Relays, and a lot of people thought I have a problem with that day. And that day was the day I knew it doesn't matter who it is lined up in a race with me. I'm betting on myself.
Wow.
Because that was the first time that I'd actually been pulling my trail leg through fast. The shuffle is anytime I see a video on TikTok of me, a video on TikTok of hurdles, I see Cordell Tinch method shuffle all the time. Is like the little blue search button. So I see that all the time. So apparently people want to learn how to run in between hurdles like I do, but all of it was going the right way, and then I just happened to be moving a little too fast, clip a hurdle, barely finish the race because I damn near fell. But I got back up to Kyle and I told him, I said, "Oh no, they're all in trouble." And he's like, "What? What are we talking about?" He's like, "What?" And I was like, "I don't even care that this was the one time we were running against other D1 schools that were upset that I was in D2 for whatever reason, but each their own." I just kind of felt like, yeah, we can really beat anybody right now. And it kind of just turned another gear where practices were different, mindset was different, and just kind of rode that wave from there into our outdoor conference, outdoor nationals, USA nationals, ultimately leading to me making that world team. I think it all started at Texas Relays.
Wow. So, you're at Worlds, right? Your first World Championships, you made the team. Um, how did you deal with nerves? How did you deal with where am I? What is this far off land? Was it your first time away from the United States?
Yeah, I got my passport the day before I got my
I love
passport the day before USA's.
I love it. I love it.
In
Yeah, that
true
was a big thing
USATF form.
Had he shown up without it, they wasn't gonna put him on the team.
Exactly, because Paul assumed I already had one and
Oh
texted me
no.
and was like, "Wait, you don't have a passport?" And I said, "I barely left Wisconsin."
What is a passport?
I never needed a passport.
I got
So
a
then it
real
was,
ID.
okay, well, I'm booking you a flight to Texas. You have to go talk to these people, fill this out. You'll get your passport by the end of the day. Then you'll fly from there to Oregon. I said, huh? Wait, what? But yeah, I got it then. But getting over there, it was more of, I don't really get nervous, like just in general. So it was just kind of being at another track beat and kind of feeling out of place because I was like, 8 months ago, I was sitting in a
Yeah.
US Cellular store saying, "Hey, what can I help you with today?" And now I'm walking past like actual legends in the sport all the time
Yeah.
saying, "Hey, what you did this year was fantastic." I'm like, "You know who I am?"
For real?
So yeah, I wasn't really nervous. It was just I kind of felt out of place. Like if I'm being honest, just kind of finding my way. Plus being in a completely new environment entirely.
Yeah.
All of that was a little different, but thankfully my roommate from KU actually had made that team, Zach Bradford, the pole vaulter. So at least I had one person that I knew, so we were fine with
Okay.
that. But
That's cool.
And that was his first too.
yep,
Yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't really nervous and just kind of took it all in, but I knew that not having a fall conditioning and all that stuff and running all the way till then was
Yeah.
going to be tough already. So my
Right.
goal was honestly to make the US team. I really didn't expect to go pro that year.
Mm. Hmm.
Uh, but before USA's when I ran 1296, Paul called me and said, "Yeah, you're not going back to school." And I said, "What does that even mean?" Because mind you, I had no clue like how being pro in track and field worked. So I was like, "What? You could just tell me that? Like I don't got to go back?"
I'll be like, I need you to say that to my mother, please.
Oh no, that's what I did. I called her and I said, I think it's a good thing, but Paul said I don't got to go back to school." And she was like, "Well, what does that mean? Like, are you about to get paid to run track?" I said, "I don't know. I called you as soon as I got off the phone with him."
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, can you call him back? I need you to call him
That's
back.
hilarious.
But yeah, once we figured all that out and I had my deal prior, well, I had a deal on the table prior to us even going to Worlds.
Hmm.
Then it relieved all the pressure of, oh, you have to go perform well or anything like that. So I was
Right.
just like, I'm just happy to be here. If I run well, I run well. If I don't, I get to rest after this, then have a fall conditioning and go into an Olympic year, and we're gonna have a great year. And then we got hurt. But
And
but
you're tracked.
yeah.
Well,
But
what you and this is, I mean, there is a lesson to be learned from the standpoint of leverage, right? You hit the times necessary to let the international or the professional world know I am world class. You made the team, you did all the prerequisite things. That's when the contract comes. And at that point, now you have to prove it again and again and again and again. And this is that space now where understanding what you need and understanding what makes you happy and what makes you comfortable. And when you're stepping out in, running against the best in the world, what does that preparation look like? How has that preparation changed from your freshman year at Pitt State to now?
Hey
How
man, get
how
rid of them quotes. It was the freshman year.
how's your
Sophomore.
approach
It was
changed
sophomore
now?
year.
Sophomore year, yes.
Um, Honestly, I think it's just not saying we do the exact same things. Obviously, there's a lot of differences, but now that it's only me, because we had another professional hurdler that was here, but he's moved training groups now. So now that it's only me, we can tailor our workouts to basically the things I need to work on. That's what we're hammering in practice, trying to figure out if I feel like, oh, this is happening towards the latter half. Kyle somehow always comes back with a drill to make me feel exactly what I feel in a race in practice. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I refuse to leave, because you can't do that when you have a group of even four. Like that's tough, especially when
Mhm.
you're still a college coach. So
Mhm.
uh things like that, it makes a lot of things more easy for me. But the mental preparation, I think, is I just have gained the mindset of I think no matter where I go, what I'm competing in, I personally believe I'm the best one there. So if anybody else wants to challenge it, you're gonna have to do it when the gun goes off or when they remove the cone off the runway. Like that's the thought process I have regardless of where I'm at. And I didn't really have that when I was at Pitt. It was more of
Mhm.
let's see how this one goes.
Let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where now I believe I'm the dog everybody's trying to chase down.
All right, I gotta ask this question just because you've made reference to it twice, and I think this is super duper important. Take me through because I know the conversation happened. Take me through the contract situation where You're a D2 person who's done incredible things, and you have D2 coaches, and you tell them, so me leaving is a non-starter. How did that go? Because we all know that shoe companies like to pick things up and put them down.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it started with that conversation, that phone conversation I said when I had with Paul. That was one of the things he asked me. He said, "Are you willing to move? Does it matter who I talk to?" I said, "If you can find whatever the best option is available, and if you think it's like I fully put all my trust in Paul." I said, "If you think it's a good deal, then I'll believe that it's a good deal because I don't even know what deals look like. I genuinely I don't know what a base number is, what my bonuses are supposed to look like. You've seen a lot of them. You've seen good ones, you've seen bad ones. You've turned them down, you've accepted them. So whatever you think is what we're going to go through it and look at it, but I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
trust in that." But also I said, "I'm not moving from Pitt though, because it takes me a while to get comfortable for about a year. I haven't even been at Pitt for a year yet. And you're
Mm-hmm.
telling me I'm going to show up to Pitt. They gave me this opportunity. I'm going to run really well and then just say, 'Hey, y'all, I'm out of here. Thanks for being a pit stop.'" I said, "I can't do that personally. That's
Mm-hmm.
just how I am." And that's what he led with. And so I know for a fact that there was one that said, "Yeah, this conversation's over then if he's not moving." And I said, "Well, that's tough." Uh, and was upset about that. So I really like to just do what I want to do because at the end of the day, this is my life. Therefore,
Mm-hmm.
if I think me being in Pitt's going to be the best thing for me, give me time to prove it first before you say, nah, you need to be here because of this." And it's like, well, the people that are there they would have everything in this spot if that's the
Mm-hmm.
mindset that works. And I didn't agree with it. So, um, that conversation came and went with the Nike folks. And then they said, "Well, we'll give you a year." And then, you get hurt during that year. And it's like,
Damn it.
Right,
and
right.
they
I
kind of
told you. I
they
told you.
they do kind of say, "Well, see, if you would have,"
You're right.
and I'm like,
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. But in reality, the injury that I had was the fact that at some point in life, I guess I had like micro tears in my hamstring
Mm-hmm.
that just were healing improperly, which was causing a whole bunch of discomfort and stuff. So I ended up flying home. One of my friends' dads is one of the Packers doctors, so I I knew if I go talk to him, he's gonna figure out what's right and what I need to do. And so it was not an actual surgery, but they went in and just kind of ripped my hamstring all the way up where I wasn't able to walk for like 3 weeks basically.
Wow.
And leading up to because it was I think I hurdled at pre, but I didn't practice hurdling before because of how much pain I was in for
Mm-hmm.
like before this operation happened. And then we had it happen and I didn't get a chance to like actually run prior to USA's. So like we hurdled a little bit, but like I hadn't ran in a race yet, so I had no clue what to expect out of myself. And so obviously I was very disappointed in missing the team, but at the same time I was like I ran the fastest I ran all season after all of this. And then
Yeah.
the conversation coming into this last year was, well, last year we said and it didn't work out, and I said, look, if I don't get hurt, I make the team.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, now that this nagging injury that even bothered me while I was at Pitt, but we didn't even know that it was an actual injury because I said I'm fine, I just need to rest a little bit and didn't actually look into
True
it.
story.
Like, I was like, just give me this last year and fine, I agree. If this year doesn't work, I'll move.
Okay.
I'm still in Pitt.
Oh,
I
Right.
love
So,
it.
Oh.
I
so
love it.
obviously things went very well.
well, so what I love is just the aura that you've given just the time that we've been on the trials here, and just what you personify in person, right? Like I was blessed enough to be in the house when you jumped at Arkansas a couple weekends ago. And the feedback I gave the child when we did our track is back segment was, he was having fun. It was great. You had the biggest smile on your face. Your boys came scrolling down the bleachers, showed the video. You all hee hee ha ha, and you're like, "All right, bet I'll be right back." And like you went back to the other runway. You jumped. You all came back, and like it happened 3 times, and I was like that's cool. That was really cool. So knowing that, I mean, no big deal. Just 8:29. Whatever. Just they'll hop, skip, and jump there. Like how does that feel to what you have your Alyssa Liu moment? It's on your terms. You're doing what you want to do, and you're smiling all the way through it, and you've got a top 5 jump. Like, what is that like for you?
It all goes back to the conversation I had with my mother when I actually signed the contract. And I told her, I said, once I stop having fun and this feels like it's a job, I'm out.
Mm.
As soon as it feels like, oh, I have to go do this, I have to go do that. No, 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 no. I get paid to drive an hour and a half to go jump in the sand. I get
Mhm.
paid to get up, drive 20 minutes to the airport, and fly to a bunch of different countries.
Mhm.
I am grateful and blessed to be in that position. I don't have to get up and go sit in a phone store for 9 hours a day anymore. That's just what it comes down to. Like I get to do things that at the end of 2022 going into 2023, I never would have thought would have been possible for my
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Therefore, I'm going to enjoy every single moment. And I guess, me having fun, some people take it as I've heard some people take it as me being arrogant and that. I'm like, no. The thing is,
Oh,
I don't care about nobody else. Like, y'all have y'all fun, compete to the best of your abilities. I'm here having fun because this is something I enjoy doing. If you're upset that I'm having fun, quit hating. Simple as that. Like, that's like, I don't get it.
So I have to ask because I heard I heard the answer, but I need you to tell me how many times did you actually jump into a pit before that meet at Arkansas?
I had 2 runway days, so I ran, and then one short approach day before
that's all you
Arkansas.
need, right? That's all you need. Whatever.
So between now and 28, if you just have like 3 or 4 more, you should be good.
So
I
so
mean, I'm
we
doing the math, right? Like,
we are allowed to ask decently tough questions of our guests, right?
Yes.
of course.
Okay. So to your point, you just out there doing what you do, having fun. And trust me, as fans, we love that for you. What is your opinion of the American long jump
Oh
landscape?
boy. Oh.
Because I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. Listen, it was twofold for me. I was like, that is awesome that he did that. God damn, that's disrespectful.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
so
but wait, before you answer, I don't understand why anybody thinks it's disrespectful because at the end of the day,
I
he
will
just went out
repeat.
and did, but he just went out and did him. It's
No, no, no.
on
That's my
them.
point. That's why I'm asking potentially the best long jumper we have what his opinion is of the field without him.
This man said potentially.
so the honest answer is obviously I've said it before that I was a jumper first. Jumping is one of the things that made me fall in love with track and field. The reason why I've some people thought I just haven't jumped since 2023 since I was in school, when in reality, if you've paid attention, I've jumped at every championship except for last year's USA.
Hmm.
I've jumped at both indoor and outdoor championships. I've done it all the time. And we only look at it because obviously hurdles is what I'm getting paid for, and I hadn't accomplished getting my medal yet. Like when we looked at it before, of they're paying you to hurdle, that should be your main focus. So long jump was just kind of we'll kind of do it, but I would never go out there if I didn't believe I could compete.
Hmm.
It like if it would have been back some time where it would have taken 840, 830 out of the top 3 jumpers, damn near.
Yes.
If that's what it
Yes.
was, it'd be like, that's a little tough to do when you're not fully focused on just long jumping.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's 790, 785,
Now
8
that was
flat.
disrespectful.
No, that was
it's true.
extremely.
It's not even that it's disrespectful. It's we
and I
look at the
love
list.
it. I
It's
No,
love
no,
just
it.
we're
real.
here for it.
Like we look at the
Yes.
list.
We are here for it. I agree with you. The first number should not be a 7 if you call yourself
Never.
a long jumping professional.
Never.
I cannot agree
Never.
with you more.
And like that's what like when I'm looking at it, I'm like, obviously, yes, you guys have PRs of 830s plus, but at bare minimum, I feel like your season's best should be, I guess it's got to be 8.0. Oh, but I just don't be getting it sometimes. I'm like, this is supposed to be like just like for hurdles. That's like if I open up at 13.8, folks is gonna look at me like, what have you been doing? And like,
100%.
and that's deserved when you're being paid to do it. So, but we looked at it. Plus, I already feel like I'm over the last year and a half, I am significantly stronger, significantly faster than I was the last time I was truly on a runway. Because even when with them saying, I think someone had tweeted, well, Cordell hasn't long jumped since 2024 at this meet. It's like that was a 10-step approach. Like it wasn't even a full approach because we hadn't practiced it enough. Where Jesse was literally like, "Well, we're just gonna short approach it," and I probably only went like 770. But like, if I would have had a full approach that year and actually went and gone and jumped, I still could have competed. And so I had the thought process of, well, now that I've won my medal and I really like, I'm an outdoor hurdle world champ, not the indoor hurdles. I've always done. Folks is gonna run 7.4s. I was ecstatic to see 748 last year.
Right. Right.
And I had actually trained for indoor, where this year I really had no plan on doing indoor.
Mm-hmm.
And once I started competing, I was like, do I really want to sit down until May? And so the conversation I had, mind you, I wasn't even entered in Tyson when I said I'm going to long jump at Tyson. I just told everybody I was going to long jump at Tyson. I got a text from my jumps coach said, "Oh, so we're jumping at Tyson." Like it was just something that happened in the spot, but it felt like that's what I needed to say. And it was just kind of putting all of what's been going on of knowing where my body is, of what I believed I could do. And I guess technically I lied because I said I believe I can go 830 and I went 829. I sue me.
Oh,
But
that's the officials, not you.
Oh.
That was
Right.
the officials.
All right. You get to do one of these. Which one will feel better? 8 meters 70, 2 meters 40, or 1280? No, that's the world record because it can't be that close. It's got to be 1285.
well, then we can move hurdles because that's only 0.02 of what I've done already.
Okay, so then go 82.
No, I don't think I'd want to run 82 simply because I'm currently being paid to hurdle and I want the world record. I don't want to be closer to it.
Right.
So I don't want that. Now, to jump 240, to jump 240, I'd probably
Wait.
still go with 870 though.
For context for people who don't know, what is your current PB in the high jump?
222.
In case y'all didn't, know that.
That's 7.3 going into 7.4 territory, folks, if you don't understand meters.
And how many events did you do in that meet?
4, right?
2 rounds of hurdles and 6 long jumps. And I skipped out on the 4x4, thankfully. I had a good enough day where they said, "All right, you can sit down."
So this is fantastic. And the thing that absolutely love about your story is that in a normal sphere, this might sound chaotic from where you started to where you are now and the amount of space that it's taking you to get to this point. But you look calm, my friend. You look like you're where you're supposed to be. And you shared with us a little bit about why track. Can you let the world know a little bit about how you came to this decision that track and field was going to be your future?
So it was basically since I guess I could walk, I was in flag football instantly. I was playing basketball. Didn't really, track wasn't a thing until middle school. Um, but growing up, always doing something was always, if I wasn't in season, my mom was finding camps for one of those two sports. Like that was, I was always doing something. So
Hmm.
in reality, throughout the year, I was off for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, because football season runs into basketball season. Basketball season overlaps with track season, and track
Yeah.
season goes forever.
Yeah.
Um, but Tyrese Halliburton is definitely the reason why I have to say I don't love basketball as much as we see of where he is now.
Yes.
Being on the same AAU team and watching him practice told me I don't love the game that much.
Yeah.
Uh, Getting to college and seeing how Rashad Bateman was as a collegiate wide receiver and how he looked at running routes and watching film and watching other good receivers play, like watching him do all that, I was like, I do love football, but not this much.
Not this much.
So Rashad Bateman's the other is the other one, which two great people to have basically tell you, even though they didn't tell you,
Yeah.
but two people
Yeah.
to realize it's not for me.
Hmm.
Uh, and not having to rely on another four people in basketball or another 10 people in football, and realizing that it all comes down to you. And if you think or you feel that you're going to have a great day and you go out and have a great day, no one can take credit for that. I mean, your coaches kind of can, but in reality, you're still the athlete. You have to put in the work. You have to go out and execute. You have to go out and compete. So, like all of that, where it's either you did great and you get all of it, or you did bad and you still get all of it. Like, there's a rush amongst that I thrive in.
See what's interesting about what you said. Basketball is a team sport, which means if Halliburton has a day off or has a bad day, it's on his teammates to pick him up, right? Or to fill in the gaps.
Hmm.
Not so in track and field. If Bateman has a bad day, he's got their players on the sideline begging to get on there. If he's having a bad day, they'll sub him out, put another player in. We move on. In track and field, it's all on you. In track and field, a bad day means exposure. The whole world sees it. The whole world is looking on Twitter or Instagram going, damn, what wasn't Tinch in that race? What happened? Right? And you now have to be able to recover from that and rebound from that and learn from that and move on to the next and to the next and to the next. And you have effectively, sir, put a target on your back and it's beautiful. You've got to embrace that, because when people, and I don't know how many long jumpers, US long jumpers are aware of how little training you have done, but if they're not pissed right now, then I've got questions
Well,
because
yes,
you should be raising the bar. There should be long jumpers on their second day of training going, "Oh hell no." That's what
right.
that's what the essence of this is about.
You're not taking my job.
Yeah.
No, so So I was gonna ask him something else, but based on what he has said, and I hope I want to redirect those that are ultimately watching this to it. In whatever discipline in our sport, you have certain people that purposely shy away from big things. You have people that downplay them. That man straight up said he wants the world record,
Mm-hmm.
which I love. Love it. Now, so this is kind of like some rapid fire stuff to get where I wanted to go to. Do you consider yourself a student of the sport?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I
But you're
can't.
obviously a student of you.
Yes.
So what, so these are, like I said, a few things. What do you believe, you and your team believe, are the things that you have to fix, unlock, change, evolve, whatever, to get yourself under that 1280 mark?
Um, it one gotta have it's gotta be the right day, has to be the right weather for me. That's the big thing because it just can't be too hot because I've ran well in the rain. I don't run well when it's really hot. So that's like already off the rip. If it's too hot, don't expect that out of me. But it's been a fix of we need to have a more consistent start. It's not even that it has to be a better start. We just need to have more of a base of getting through the first few hurdles, which in reality, I'm excited about this year because anybody who watched the Millrose race, yes, I didn't get out with everybody, but over the third hurdle, when in reality, when we're outside, it's usually over like 5 or 6 is when that gear shifts. That gear shifted over going over the third hurdle, and it was the freight train started early. So if we can have a consistent start and be able to start kind of that late race push earlier, I think that it's on the table.
Love that. Who do you are the reigning defending world champion. And it's not like that particular gold medal came as a fluke. You were undeniably the best hurdler all last year. It just was true. Who do you consider the best hurdler of all time?
So partially, like it's as far as just like hurdling, I honestly would just say Grant because like that's the truth. Like, I mean, especially when it's hurdling as a whole, both inside and out, when you put them both together, nobody's done anything that he's done. Only thing that I'll say is I still having the world record means you hit a time that nobody else can do,
Mm-hmm.
or Aries still has to be brought up. So it's kind of like both of them. If in reality, like Grant's the most decorated, but I think that Aries technically would have to be the best because the goal is to run as fast as you can, and nobody's ever ran faster than him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then that leads me to my end of this. And y'all know my propensity to be petty. I do not mean this to be petty in any way. I'm so serious.
Yes, he does.
No,
Yes,
no,
he
no.
Yes,
does.
I
he
literally
does.
don't. I literally don't. I literally don't.
Cordell, his nickname is KOP. Okay.
Listen, I literally don't because y'all know what a fan I am of this dude.
Yeah.
There was no one that was going to beat you last year.
Mm-hmm.
Just wasn't going to happen. But it was also Grant's worst season of his career. Are you looking forward to the day that you're at your best and he's at his best? Because it's not like Grant's old. Is that win in that type of race? Is that something you look forward to? Is that something that's not even on your radar?
Of course it is. Like, of course you know who's in your races, which is why I'm pretty sure Addo is trying to. Because I think one, the problem is us as hurdlers, especially because most of us are all chill. None of us have any beef with it with one another. Like we're all they have attempted the Jamaicans versus the Americans. Literally all of us are cool. Like that's like there
Right.
is no beef in the hurdles.
That's not the event for that right now.
Exactly. Like
That's
there,
not how that
yeah,
is right now.
yeah. But like there's nothing like that. But Addo was trying to portray that every time ran last year, basically, if Grant was in the race, that like at USA's, he said, "Oh, did Cordell just stare at him?" No, I was looking at the clock. What do we like? Like so, I don't. get that type of stuff. But of course, I look forward to running against Grant because I believe you have to beat the best to be the best.
Right.
Therefore, Grant is the best. Well, I am, but in a lot of people's eyes, they say, well, Cordell wouldn't have won because Grant was hurt. I have my own opinions on that specific. He was hurt, but to each their own. Um, but uh, obviously, I would love to run under 12.8 because then I've beat that best, but Grant's the current other best hurdler. I mean, other Olympic champs and world champs, I've beat them. Where, yes, they're not where they were, but I can say I've beaten this, I've beaten that. But of course, people want to see me versus Grant. Me and Grant could long jump against one another. People want to see that. We
Hey,
can high jump
it's
versus
an
one
off
another.
year,
People
baby.
want to see that.
It's an
Like,
off year.
I'm be honest, I'm not running the 60 versus him though. He got it.
That
We need to add a
that's a
little bit
wise
more
choice.
distance, but the
That's a
flat
wise
60,
choice.
I'm cool. 60 hurdles, you got it. Almost anything else, I would say absolutely we can figure something out. But yeah, I definitely do want to still compete versus Grant. It's gonna have the most eyes, but it's also going to make you want to be neither one of us is going to want to lose, which ultimately might lead to something we've never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
There it is right there.
That's it.
I have so many thoughts in my head, and you mentioned Aries. Um, so I'm not a hurdler. I've never hurdled. But one of the things that I have noticed is that the technique that Aries Merit uses has never really been replicated. Can you confirm that, Clyde?
People have tried.
They
A
have
lot of
Doesn't
tried,
go
but
well.
people, a lot of
It
people have
doesn't
tried.
go well.
Now, obviously, and you actually answered this question from the standpoint of you staying in your lane and you are working on your technique and how you go about things. You know, but as a student of the game, I think any hurdler that's knocking on the door has to be looking at Alan Johnson or Lu Zhang or Grant Holloway or Hansel Parchment or Aries Merritt, the greats. And there are things that you can take, little things that you can take from various hurdlers. And it might be noticeable, it might not be noticeable, right? Is there anyone that you like especially when you were learning about the hurdles, was there anyone that you said, that's who I want to hurdle like? No.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I
the
know that answer.
the honest truth is no, because like when it goes, which I do talk about long jumping a lot, but I've looked at more jumpers and been like, I want to jump this way. I should jump this.
Aha.
Like that's
Okay.
how my brain always was. It was just,
Okay.
oh yeah, we're also gonna have you hurdle. So
Hmm.
a lot of people were like, I don't know why he's saying he's a jumper who is really good at hurdling. That's the truth. I can coach like even today in practice after I was done on the runway.
Hmm.
I was coaching the other long jumpers. I don't coach the hurdlers. I either coach long jump or high jump. Whichever one
That's
Jesse's not at is where I'm at.
that's
I can
interesting.
I can break that down. I can't break down. Like when people ask me for, oh, how do I? Don't ask me. And it's the truth. I can't literally. I can't like because
But that's
yes,
that's the most exciting part of all this because
Yeah.
I think what I really want to know, and I think honestly that like the jumpers in the room, so to speak, all what really want to know is like it's a two-part question. A, will we ever see you high jump again? But B, and much more importantly, is like, what's your ultimate goal in the long jump? Because
Yeah.
it's listen, everybody watches stuff differently. I watched you, I watched the whole thing, and I can tell you this right now. I know you got goals in the long jump. Everybody else thinks you out there playing.
No
I
shade.
know. I know you got goals and plans in the long jump. Now, you look, you ain't got to share them with everybody if you don't want to. I get that. But
That is a
you ain't
very
getting off.
doable
You're not
double.
exactly. You ain't leaving this show without something because I listen. You this group of people right here, you will never be able to get anything past us.
It even works with the traditional scheduling.
Yes, it does.
So there's a track meet eventually that has a schedule that we know already that I've looked at and said,
Wow.
in reality, if I start now and get back in the groove of things, I can find out by then, by qualifying for this meet, I can find out if I'm actually in that realm, which was why I said I was going to I said I was going to jump 830 at Tyson. We
Hmm.
were a centimeter off, but in reality, that's why I'm going to follow through with going to USA's, hopefully going to indoor worlds to continue to long jump to see if I can cross an ocean and still long jump the way I want to. And see if I can go
I'm
compete
going to
against
London so I can put some money down.
to see
Because
if
you
I
can't bet
can
on track in the US, but trust me, I'm gonna find a way.
to see if I can compete with not only the Americans, but
The
compete with the rest
Serbian,
of the world.
the Serbian and the Frenchman. And
Listen,
and and the
I'll
Greek.
take Cordell Tinch over everybody.
All
So
right.
that's where, yeah, it all started with that and then especially the fact that I didn't want to sit down. I was like, well, all right. So for the rest of indoor, we'll basically just long jump and see if we can make the world team, see if we can go to worlds. Obviously, I don't enter a competition I don't believe I can go be competitive in, that
Yeah.
I don't believe I can ultimately win. Therefore, I'm looking to go get a medal in long jump indoor at Worlds.
That's so cute. You are such a liar. He is not trying to go to listen, folks. Look, look.
What? That's the answer.
I haven't known this young man very long, but I think we're gonna be friends for a long time because I'm gonna call him on his bullshit. Cordell is going to Poland to win the damn long jump.
Amen. Amen to that.
Ain't nobody with your talent ever in their life showed up to be like, y'all three will be good. No shot. I ain't believing it.
Yeah, okay.
Here's what I hope for you, Cordell. The long jump has been vilified, it has been undercounted, it has been disrespected for a long, long time. Too long for all of us. And a lot of that has to do with where the United States is in the long jump realm. I came from an era where the long jump could stop a track meet. Some,
Yes.
I came from an era where everything would stop because whether it was Mike or Carl or myself or Eric Walder or Bentley, we put on a show. And I think the world is thirsting for that. I think the world is thirsting for some United States panache, some flavor. And your biggest fan is right here. Okay. I'm excited for you, man. And I appreciate that you are giving it because I know this is not about money, right? I know where the long jump stands in the realm
There ain't no
of
money in there.
exactly. But it's going to take someone who's already won a world championship in another event to step into this realm and say, "Hey, let me go mix it up with these guys." And I love it.
I
It's
mean,
brilliant.
I
So
think that okay, this in reality, people are going to take it how they want to take it, but I have thought, especially over the last 2 years, that America's best long jumpers, the two best long jumpers, aren't long jumpers.
Amen.
Javon and I
Hmm.
believe, are the best long jumpers in America. But he's
yeah.
high jumping. I'm hurdling.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
called me after I went to after Arkansas and said, I might have to see you outside. And I said, please do.
Oh man.
And like, and that's again, it's just off of seeing the numbers I used to see in long
Mm-hmm.
jump and
Yeah.
knowing the way long jump used to be
Yeah.
and seeing like how much fun it always looked, which it's like I feel like as of now, if it's not Tara long jumping, you don't ever see nothing about long jump.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if unless you're a long jump historian, I have nothing against Tentoglu. I think he's awesome, to be honest. He's 30 centimeters from the world record as a PB,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like Larry Myricks has like 15 to 20 jumps further than Tentoglu's PB,
Yes.
right? Again, not a shot at him. It's just where the event has fallen to
Yeah.
because that dude is like the most decorated long jumper in the history of the game
Mm-hmm.
because he's the only real dude in there.
Yeah. Yep.
He
Yep.
probably
Yep.
will be
Yep.
the happiest human being on the planet to see you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being serious. And that's not a shot at the Jamaicans because look, they've scared him for sure. It keeps him awake, right? But all you got to do is see you come down the runway one time to go like, you know what? When this dude like that's 870s,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yes.
that's not the same.
No.
That is
No.
not the same as these things. So if he works on this craft and brings a perfected version of this craft down the runway, I have to get better. Like if I'm
Mhm.
him, that's what I know. You know, I would watch that video of you jumping 829, be like, yo, I gotta get right.
Well, so to the point, and I'm glad that Cordell ended up saying it for us because we all agree. You and Javon are out here doing other things. So to your point, yes, please, Javon, come outside.
Mm-hmm.
But what Javon has been attempting to do vertically and horizontally is actually, for the people who casually watch this, like, y'all don't understand, like, the takeoff that he's doing every day for the hurdles and the takeoff that he's doing in the long jump is incredibly similar.
Yes.
Go hand
Correct.
in
Yes.
hand.
They marry. What
Yes.
Javon's
Right?
been doing is like divorce court.
Polar
Like
opposites.
Oh,
these two
So
don't like each other at all.
I'm
Yes.
yeah.
just saying because when he did this, like when you announced that you were gonna go jump at Arkansas, there's people that don't understand what's going on. They're
Why
like,
would he
well,
do that? I'm like,
how's that gonna work? I'm like, what are you talking about? Of course that's going to work.
yes.
Yeah.
So, we're all just here for it.
Yeah.
We're all just here for it.
Yeah, I still don't
Yeah.
know. I had to stop reading some comments because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a chronic comment reader. I love to see what people are gonna say. First thing I did after the first round in Tokyo was go on Twitter and type my name in, and I love seeing, oh, is Cordell Tinch a fraud? He showed up to Worlds and in the first round lost to like I love reading people's comments. So seeing a bunch of people saying, why would you not do this? And it's like, well, first of all, I'm the 110-meter world champ. Never said I was the 60-meter world champ. That's the I don't
They're different races.
they're
Yes.
Completely different
completely
races.
different races. And I mean, I told Robbie, which is one of our agents within Doyle Management. I told him prior to what it would have been going into 2024, basically going into that season. I told him I'm not crossing the ocean for a hurdle race.
Hmm.
And he's like, "Ah, I don't know. I feel like you, no, not that I have anything, I don't have nothing against it. I just personally don't like the 60-meter hurdles. Like it's always been used as one, a gauge of where I'm at in training. And yes, you want to be around races and be at track meets, but like I don't get the same excitement getting ready the night before a 60-meter race and the night before a 110 race. Those nights are completely different.
Hmm.
Now, the night before I was supposed to go long jump at Tyson, oh, that's pretty close to how I feel the night before I run a 110 race. And so, yeah, I was like, well, crossing for the hurdles might not happen, but I might be persuaded at long jump. And then I also wanted to see how well I can jump and see if it's possible to do 2 events at a Diamond League. That is another one of the goals, to be able to go to a Diamond League meet to both long jump and hurdle, depending on the schedule. That's something else I was looking at.
You
Well,
have
I was
no,
just about to say, let me let you in on a little secret. You now have enough power to dictate
yes,
that.
yes.
I will do both events if they are scheduled as such.
That's right.
Somebody will make it as such, sir.
So we'll finish off with this, and I just I let Marissa let Big League do the honors, but the thing that I think you need to understand is that as new school as you are in your approach to the sport, the ideas you have in your head are very old school.
Mm-hmm.
And
And that's good.
I don't think you understand the
No.
respect
That's
that
good.
you have gained from me. Very few athletes in your generation can reach the pinnacle of their sport and say, you know what? I'm going to try something else and I'm going to be the best at that too. Right?
I think there's a lot of
Because
people that
there's a mindset of, well, what do I have to lose? Like that's a phone call with your agent going, so if I jump into this vat of acid, what happens there? Like where does my reputation go? You are not scared of that, my friend, and that is awesome. And you
Awesome.
have our full support, man. I say go for it because you're only so young in this world, and you only have so much to give. So go for it, man.
I appreciate that.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like I just consider it, you got to continue to have fun. And I think a lot of people are afraid to have fun because,
Hmm.
as I
Well,
think
it's what our sport
it
has
might have been you
become.
who said it earlier, but of how I care more about relationships than how transactional this world is. I think
Yeah.
that a lot of people care more about making sure this and that. And I'm like, look, I've been like, even while I was at Pitt, people thought I was getting paid to come to Pitt. Oh, no, no. I was struggling that whole year. I was, and people were like, oh, Tinch looks hungry. No, no, no. I was actually hungry.
Like
Right.
legit.
Right.
Hey, let me get some of that.
Um, but I
You,
just
you
think
should
that
you should keep a US cellular bag in your shoe in your spike bag just to remind you. Just to remind you.
I'm pretty sure I have the shirt still hang. I'm pretty sure it's still in my closet hanging up.
Wow.
Dude, those things are that kind of stuff is invaluable, right?
Absolutely.
The
For
reminder of whence
sure.
you came from. Whoo, man.
I might start traveling in it.
That would be awesome.
Maybe I'll get a Nike logo stitched on one side and then have the US Cellular sign stitched on the other.
Hey, now.
There you
I
That's
go.
mean,
what
listen, I'm going to call Paul and tell him, listen, as good of an agent as you are, the U.S. cellular deal has to happen.
Yes, absolutely.
If I don't see a Cordell Tinch U.S. cellular commercial in the
Hmm.
next 90 days, you have failed as an agent. This one is a layup.
it really, you know,
That's funny.
I
This
think
one is a layup.
I think it is.
Manifest, my friend. Manifest it. It will happen.
Well, that and I think now technically it would have to be a T-Mobile commercial because I think T-Mobile actually just bought US Cellular.
They bought everything else. You may as well.
All right, then.
All right, true.
Well, I mean, thank you so much. Literally, like this was a blast. I hope you had more fun than you thought you were gonna have,
Oh,
because
absolutely.
I know that we've got smiles across the board here. So, for those who don't know, where can they expect to see you next?
The USA Championships is the next meet on the schedule. And then
Got it.
hopefully, well, the goal is USA's
To be followed by.
indoor worlds, and then I think my first outdoor meet will be Doha for the Diamond League.
Got
There's a
it.
chance I run at one of the pit meets before just because 2.5 months of no actual gun going off might drive me
Yeah.
crazy. So I might run at a pit track meet, especially because we're opening a new track in April, I believe.
Wow,
So I might as well go
that's
set the
awesome.
facility records and put my name somewhere.
No big
There
deal.
you go.
Whatever. Besides being your stadium, you can have a record as well, whatever.
What are you doing at USA's?
Just long jumping.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Just long jumping.
Make sure we don't have any distractions towards this goal here.
So
None
hopefully the snowstorm abates. Are you dealing with it right now?
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay.
It's gonna be
Okay.
72 and sunny tomorrow.
Right.
Okay.
It's supposed to go away by the time everybody travels in the next
Hopefully,
2
yes.
days.
That's good.
the thought.
I think
So,
that the snowstorm was my fault though. I think because besides, I mean, normally it's the summer when my mom travels to track meets, but she's in Wisconsin. We booked her ticket, and all of a sudden it's snowing in New York. So I was like,
oh,
my fault,
legitimate,
y'all.
your fault. My bad. Oh, goodness. Okay, so we had lightly glimpsed into this. You're going to sign off here, and then you're going to switch monitors to gaming. What game are you playing currently or going to be playing?
I was playing 2K earlier, but I'm probably gonna hop on Marvel Rivals with my boys.
Love it. I love it. All right, well, you go game. We'll take care of some bills. But it was a pleasure. Honestly, you may or may not remember any of us when we get into face-to-face contact, but I'm sure all of us will come say hi to you when we
Oh
see
no,
you.
I definitely will.
Absolutely.
The thing is, I
100%.
definitely will now.
I love
And
it.
hopefully this is not the first time. This is one of many because you are an absolute joy. Okay?
Yeah.
You keep doing what you're doing, man.
Of course.
I'm excited for you.
Of course, and I appreciate it.
Yep. Well, have a great evening, and we will definitely see you on TV soon.
Yeah. I'm gonna book
All
my
right,
flight to
now.
London. Put this bet down real quick.
Oh my goodness, stop it. All right, sir. Have a great night.
You guys as well.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Wow. That was a good one.
Listen, folks. There's a lot of reasons to watch this show. And I'm not going to sit here and say he's the best guest we've ever had because we've had some spectacular guests. But I'm going to tell you this right now. That young man is a reason to be a fan of track and field.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because he's really good and he's really having fun and he's truly wholesome. And at the end of the day, he's authentic.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2026, there's so much fugazi out there. He is authentic. I wasn't even trying to be funny with that one. Like,
Yeah. No,
I
seriously.
wouldn't care if I went to a meet and he lost. That would not bother me at all. Because whatever it is that he gets, he deserves because he's authentic. He is truly out here trying to live his best life.
Mhm.
And there's some money that comes, and that's awesome. But at the end of the day, right? Like, track is fun. And he said it. The day it's not fun, the day it's a job, we'll see you. And I can appreciate that.
Indeed. What else do we have going on, Chewy? Because it is conference week.
Ooh-wee.
It is conference week. The needle of last chance meets didn't really move a whole bunch besides the two flat that got converted to 159 by the Colorado girl.
The 800 at Arkansas was ridiculous. The men's 800 was like 145, 146 flat, 146 1, 146 3. But that event in itself is just.
Mhm.
Well, yes, and Healy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah. 154. Broke a world record by almost a second.
Yeah. Now, but you hated that because there were lights.
You know I hate it.
It was
look,
awesome, man.
I appreciate, like, I will not knock the hustle. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing, I'm not one of those people who's going to like stand in the way of advancement. Is it better? Yes. Is it better as a fan for the spectators? Yes. But you know me, I'm not like just old. Like, I am sort of a track and field purist, and I'm one of those people that does like to be able to, in my brain, compare current to old, right? Like, I can tell you this: we could drop Cordell Tinch in the heat of the craziness of the Allen Johnson and that whole and that whole group there and that ran under 13 flat, right? He'd be just fine.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be just fine.
So it's truly just a get off my lawn moment for you with the light.
It's not a get off my lawn moment. Why do you need pace lights and a rabbit? I'm good. Listen, I would actually say I'm good with one or the other. I just can't deal with both. Like part of the struggle, right? Part of the struggle is doing that battle of pace maintenance, right? And sustained endurance in your head.
I feel you.
But when you have a guide dog right there, it's just different, man. And I don't care what anybody says. I'm never going to say anything's easy. But I could tell you this, I'd rather have it than not.
That's fair. That's fair.
And that's my own, like, that's really my only issue, right? Like, I want to see world records. I want to see them be aided by somebody's greatness, not another thing we've done to help them. We already got, I mean, what did we come up with? Shoes, bicarb, coaching, technology, and lights?
Yep.
I mean, what's next?
Well, don't forget tracks. I mean,
Yeah.
we're in the era.
How old is Keely?
I mean, she's got to be in her 20s.
Yeah. I want to say she's like 27.
Oh, so she still has the NCAA eligibility then.
23.
Yeah, so Keely's young. So
I mean, listen.
I thought she was 26-ish.
Listen. She got medals. She got the world record. She got a contract. So the next thing she needs to accomplish is to come run in the NCAA.
I mean, I'd pay for that, sure.
Her British counterparts are already doing that. So
Yeah, there it is.
Ooh. Hello. Hello.
It feels like a natural transition.
Oh, boy. Let no one ever say that we are afraid.
It'll only age better. Like, let's leave that there. Literally, let's leave it there and let it age.
Yeah, because then they'll be like, oh, that's what they was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sometimes we can break news. Sometimes we can just sit back and sip our tea and shake our heads.
Y'all know Cordell is going to win the long jump at Worlds, right?
I mean, I put decent money on that if I was allowed.
Who would bet against him?
Oh, I mean, I'm sure there's some long jumpers and long jump coaches that would for sure bet against him.
And I don't know where are Worlds this year?
Coach.
Poland.
So we're gonna get one of them mega platforms with the super bounce and all the good things. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Doom.
So okay, seriously about this past weekend, and I'm not in a petty mood today. I'm just not. Did I miss the DMR explosion meets?
No.
What do you mean? Did you miss them?
Did they happen?
Yeah,
NCAA number 2 time was run.
Yes,
Yeah,
what's crazy is there's more of them. That's what you missed. It used to just be Alex Wilson. There was one at JDL. There was one at Alex Wilson. There was one at Arkansas on Friday. So that if you messed it up, hint, hint, you could come back. You could come back. Oh, we're gonna get to that. You could come back and we'll do a do-over in Boston on Sunday.
Tell me that's not the craziest thing you've seen,
bro. Oh, I'm sorry. Also, my favorite petty moment, right, was all of the altitude schools meeting together to run at altitude to get the conversion. That was my favorite one from the weekend.
But can we get into the Oregon? Because I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Listen, you know how sometimes you're like, why are they telling us that, like right before the meet, like why is the official sitting there talking to them? They all been in this situation so many times. They don't need to hear the instructions again. How many times do you think that young man has been told that he can't run along the inside and pace his teammates? How many times do you think he's been told?
Hey, damn him. We get yelled at about that. The coaches.
Mhm.
And we're
Yeah.
I'm at USA's, and an official who is a friend of mine was like, I said, "Are we good to be in the infield?" He's like, "Yeah, just don't pace anybody." And I was like, "Mike, listen, if I pace anyone, they are well out of the race. Let's just be clear."
Well, what's
But
crazy, like
yes,
if you think about it though, right? Because where they're at, whenever is fandom happening on the inside of the oval at Arkansas?
right.
So how did that happen? That was my question.
I was just like the first time you see the video, I promise you I didn't actually understand what happened. I had to watch it a few times.
Because he was sort of smooth with it. He fell onto the track and then ran a couple steps.
Right. I was like, wait, did he what? What did and in the moment I'm like, oh man, like Oregon and Oklahoma State, like those are good teams. Like that's somebody gonna get fired over that. And then here comes Sunday. So
Yeah.
it definitely cost some money. It was an expensive error.
Yeah. And I, I've said this a couple times in conversation about this, right? The travesty to it, to be honest, is that the young man from Oregon is robbed from a teachable moment because he's never going to learn from his
Ooh.
mistake because they all got on a plane, went to Boston, and fixed it.
Mm,
And
yeah.
that's unfortunate, like for him, because he's going to make a mistake of that nature again at some point. You
But
would
you
hope
gotta
not.
do it. But you gotta do it though.
Well, of course. Listen, look, if it's legal, you have to do it, right? Like if it's legal and you got to, especially because I'm sure that they believe they got a chance at the meet, right? Like you got to go do it.
Can you imagine the plane ride to Boston?
Oh
No.
man.
Like, can you imagine Coach Huffins on the plane to Boston, just sitting there like,
Um, it- yeah, no. I would say that that kid probably would have put as many people between himself and me as humanly possible. The entire cool down from the race, bus trip to wherever, to the plane, to the hotel, to the track the next on Sunday. Like he would have avoided speaking in my general direction for a couple of until they crossed the finish line in Boston with time intact. Because that's outrageous.
yeah.
It's outrageous. Um, eh, you know, okay. Somebody put a clock on me. I promise. I will not rant more than 90 seconds.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, challenge. Hold on. I like challenges. Hold on. Don't you? All right, and go.
Okay. The USATF moved the combined events championships out of the regular meet from New York to Indianapolis, which for the record is where all of the meets should be held. And it was on the correct date because next week is gonna battle with all of the conference championships. So that's crazy. But in doing so, they took one of America's best female athletes and put her in a building that was completely empty. It sounded like church, and it seemed like a yawner of an event. And she scored the second highest mark ever done by an American. The warm up facility was random chopped up pieces of Mondo sort of pieced together, not even taped together, and you couldn't even really actually hurdle back there. All this to say, we need to do better. And I'm not going to go round and round about it, but at the end of the day, like it's unacceptable, and it better never happen again. If we're going to have a U.S. championship, we're going to have a U.S. championship. If it has to be separate, fine, make it separate, but put fanfare, bring other things. Don't make it look like we are doing this because somebody twisted our arm.
Mm.
Done.
You had 14 seconds to go.
Nah, because if I started another sentence, it was going to be another minute.
Shout out to Anna Hall. Fantastic performance as always.
Absolutely. Yes.
Oh,
Too bad nobody
please.
saw it, but
And to
you
the
know,
team of Morris, because Like again, he's down by 33 points going into the 1,000. Runs the 1,000 PB. The person he beats also runs the 1,000 meter PB, and he wins.
Now see
Right?
that? Hakeem won.
Yes. Yes. You
Wow.
see what I'm saying? You didn't even get to
Congrats,
see that.
Hakeem, my guy. I
This
didn't.
is
No one saw it, but damn, that's
that's
awesome, dude.
that's
Congratulations.
what I'm talking about. How can you win a national championship at the USATF senior level 7 minutes from the USATF headquarters and nobody sees it? What in the blazes are we doing?
And you know what? That I'm actually mad isn't the right word because I'm not mad. I'm disappointed because listen, you got to be a super track nerd to really get into all things multi. But just because I had the pleasure of being around Hakeem when he was a Cal, Hakeem Mc- Hakeem McMorris, U.S. champion in the multis, indoor or outdoor, is an awesome story that people
100%.
that people need to know about, and you're never gonna know about it because no one was watching the damn meet. Like that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
absolutely crazy.
So has anyone explained why?
Of course not.
Okay.
You want my theory?
Yes.
They genuinely forgot.
Forgot what?
All
To
of it.
set up the cameras? They sent
No,
out
no,
the
no,
link.
no, 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 no. Like, like everybody's sitting around the office and like, we got this going on, we got this going on. It's 2026. Not hey, did y'all were you supposed to deal with the indoor multis? No, I thought you were supposed to do. Oh, shit, for real? Hey, throw it down, put it down the street. That's what I think happened. That's what I think. That is my working theory. They genuinely forgot.
I do think they forgot to set up the streaming link for the week before.
That's what I think.
Yeah,
I think they checked the box of the U.S. Nationals, not the combined event precursor.
sure.
They should be truly and utterly happy that Anna Hall's coaching crew does not light them on fire on social media.
Because that was a performance for the ages.
Well,
I mean, insanity. Score 4,800 plus points.
Number 2 in USA history.
Yeah. Number one mark in the world. In a world where all the Europeans went crazy. I mean, this past weekend, there were like 4 Europeans who scored 4,600.
Is the American number one person? Are they any good, or was that like a fluke when they got that score?
What do you mean?
Well, Anna Hall's now number 2 all time. Like who's the
No,
person?
no, 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 no.
She's number 2 to herself.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. To my point,
So
like
she's number 1 and
She's
number
number
2.
1 and number 2.
so you mean they knew that she was already good before
100%.
she showed up? Oh, yeah.
Oh boy. Yes.
Hey, you want to hear something crazy? Want to hear something truly crazy when we talk about things that they missed? Do you know who was at the meet? Anna Hall's NFL playing fiance. He was at the
Okay.
meet for 2 days as part of Anna Hall's pit crew.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So listen, I know that we love doing that. I'm cool with not doing that.
No, but my point is, listen, you're going to struggle to get eyeballs on a standalone combined events indoor championship, right?
Yeah.
This is the one time where that story is not filler. It's actually relevant.
I get it. I don't care
It's not like he was racing somebody. He was a track guy, right? So, like, I'm just saying there's so many things they missed.
For sure. I don't care who you're talking about. Like I always hated when Sonya was running and they would trot out the Ross camera, and I'm like, bro, like no one cares. Like just focus on the person who's supposed to be doing what we do, right? So I hear you. I hear you.
well, and there's only one other person who knows this because he was sitting with me. Gabby Thomas was in Indy. She was doing something separate, completely not relevant or related. We had just happened I was on the same flight with her back here to Texas. So I'm like, could have paraded that one in. She was already in town. I don't know how you know that, right? But like, did she? Well, I'll be honest with you, she didn't even know that there was a combined event championship.
How about them apples?
I'm gonna say, why
She
would
was
she
like,
know?
yeah, because she was like, well, what are you guys doing here?
Yeah, that's on brand for what, for them.
But
So
there was a
it's
huge crowd in the building next door that had a boat and RV show.
Well,
it's
the
just
real
unfortunate.
athletes.
It's just unfortunate.
So before we get out of here, 'cause I'm sure we're way long. What is the thing that you are most looking forward to from conference weekend on the horizon?
I'll go first and go an easy one, low hanging. Go ahead. Go ahead, Shu. You were ready. No, you had it. You got it loaded. What you got?
I'm interested to see okay, so the number 16 marks across the board are like WTF, right? I want to see how they get challenged, if they get challenged, and if they are challenged, like what is it really going to be, right? Almost all the conferences, if not all the conferences, had their opening height call today, and
Mm.
we had ours, and I'm like, what? Like just crazy, just absolutely just crazy. Like I get it. I mean, my head coach and I had a conversation about it after, and I don't disagree, but it's like it's still just crazy where we're at right now.
Fair, fair.
So I'm interested to see how and if the needle moves, and if it moves, how does it increase? Holy crap!
Mhm.
Mine is relatively low hanging fruit. The eight of the currently top 12 uh, men's 4x4 times are all in the SEC. I'm dying to see what those 4x4s look like at the end of that crazy meet.
Hey, last year it was car crash derby, so who knows,
I
right?
I'm I mean 303 is eighth in
And
the
the
conference.
slow heat.
303 is in the bad lane of the slow heat, the second heat, not the slow heat. So I am truly dying to see what happens at the end of that meet.
Fair.
For me, I think I'm on the same in that same vein, saying that same category. Just waiting to see how this top 16 fleshes out this year
Oh, it's so
because
crazy.
it is it is I mean yeah, I'm just gonna sit back and watch.
So those are all very good answers. And I probably would have said something like that a couple hours ago.
12 to be exact.
But I am most looking forward to the full realization, because it'll take probably, because everybody's in their conference
The
bubble.
zones, yep.
It will take to the end of the weekend for this to hit everyone. But I
Hmm.
am truly looking forward to the what the fuck are we doing
Hmm.
fallout of the realization that football and basketball have officially corrupted us and there are no rules. I just want to see how it falls. I just want to see how it plays out.
Can
I just
somebody
want to see.
live stream
I just want to see.
the Big 12 coaches meeting?
Yeah, that'd be
I'm
awesome.
just saying that would be great.
I just want to see it. I just
Somebody's going to have a full fledged crash out at the meet. Let's call that what it is.
I mean,
Someone is going to have a crash out at the meet.
no, that true, but that's not the crash out. Here's the better crash out. Somebody in between events, stress is high, and because we're all nerds and coaches, you pick up your phone and you look at, what's going on over there? I just want
Yep.
to see. And somebody's gonna be like, "What the?" And
Mhm.
that's what's gonna happen.
Yep.
That's what's gonna happen.
Yep.
And that I want
100%.
I want I want videos. I want text messages. I want to know. I
Right.
want to see the crap.
That's the post on IG. The moment you found out that blah 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 blah. I'm not giving it away. We're doing a good job, y'all. We're doing a good job. But ooh, man.
All I gotta say is
Ooh,
I'm not envious of being the commissioner right now. So
man.
it's a good thing. All I have to do is sign on to the call tomorrow. So with that being said, that was a whole lot of show right there.
Oh yeah.
That was a
That's
whole lot of
awesome.
show.
We are in our bag right now, folks. Tell your friends this is the time to watch Athletics LLC. This is when we should be selling like old, like you should be able to buy season 1 right now.
Oh my gosh. So with that being said, conference championships are here. Travel safe. All the well wishes, all the health, all of it to you all. We will reconvene shortly thereafter the weekend and probably a little hungover from the track meet.
And assess the damage.
And yeah,
Lick
right.
fire upon them.
You
No.
It's
said not
that
to say
time.
lick.
He told you
So.
not to say it because he was afraid you was going to mess it up. Lick
Anyhow,
fire.
all right, y'all. Have a great night. Have a great week, and we'll see each other next time. Bye now.